So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the lecture of Oracle Database Administration batch number 54. My name is Trishun. I am the Oracle Database Architect who will be taking your course to the next level to make sure that I'm making you people as Oracle Database experts. As you people are at the level 0 right now, excuse me, I'll make you people as level 1, level 2, and level 3 based on your experience. So I am the trainer for next couple of months, wherein we will go ahead and work on the Oracle database administration, both the theory part and the practical part. Okay, and coming to the session, first of all we'll discuss about the rules. Then we'll start the session. Class rules, as you people already got a message, right? You people know what are the class rules. Please be attentive. Please be attentive while the class is in progress. And everyone, please join from a place where there is no background noise, because I have to talk to you people on a day-to-day basis, right? And feel free to ask me any questions you have anytime. I have no objection. Anytime you can unmute and you can ask. Okay, but anyways, after the session is completed, for example, daily the session will be from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. After 3:30 p.m. I'll give you 10 more minutes to complete your Q&A, question and answers. If you have any question and answers, feel free to ask me for the next 10 minutes. I'll give you after the session. Most importantly, please join the classes on time, sharp. Just as I said, like you're one of those batch, who joined for the first class. Everyone joined on time. I really appreciate the timely manner. Okay, so please join on time to avoid waiting time, because we don't have to wait for others. So to avoid this waiting time, please join on time. And my sessions will be something different, not like a normal trainers. They come, they train, they go. No, the sessions will be something different. Different in the sense, it should be interactive session. It's not like a trainer is coming, training you people and leaving the class. No, that should not be the case. The case should be, it should be interactive. I interact with a lot of people, in the session. While the session is in progress, I keep asking you a lot of questions. I keep talking to you. It will be an interactive kind of session, so that I will understand, or it's a kind of monitoring that I'm doing. Who is listening to the class, who is not listening, who is connecting to the session and sleeping. Because sir is telling that, everyday class is getting recorded and the recording sessions are being given to you people. So you people might think, okay, I'm joining the session, I can sleep happily, no problem. Just for attendance sake, I will take daily attendance, right? So just for attendance sake, I'm joining, and after the recording come to me, then I can listen to the recording. No, suddenly I'll ask a lot of questions. As I said, like the sessions will be interactive sessions, so please be very careful on that part. Okay, I'll be strictly monitoring, and I'll be strictly taking care of your technical skills, so you people don't have to worry about anything. Okay, and these are the class rules. So let's begin today's session with the introduction. Oracle database administration. First of all, what is this Oracle database administration is all about, and what is this? We'll talk. We'll talk on a I'll give you a diagram, and I'll explain you accordingly. Okay. First of all, there is a database here. Okay, there is a database, and as everyone knows, like everyone know what is the basic definition of a database. What is the basic definition of a database? You people know that, because now in the first session, you people are laymen's. You people are laymen's, means you don't have any knowledge about Oracle database. Not only Oracle, you don't have, you have zero knowledge on database. So what you people know, the basic definition of database. If I ask you what is a database, can someone answer? What is a database? What you people are thinking? What is database?
To store the data.
Exactly. So that's a layman language. That's a layman language, because a person who don't know what exactly database will talk in such a language that it's a layman language. We call it as, like, database is a place where we store the data. Simple. Database is a place where we store the data. But the actual definition in the technical terminology will come slowly. The technical terminology will come in place. Okay. Slowly the technical terminology will come in place. Okay. Connected when the mobile and the different. Okay, no problem. Yeah. So this, let's assume this is a database. So what users will do? Users have to connect to the database, right? Users have to connect to the database. So generally, users connect to the database like this. These are the users. These are the users, right? These are the users. Okay. Generally, how users are connecting to the database? Users will be connecting to the database like this. Users are connecting to the database like this, and they will all the data will be stored in the database. The data will be stored in the database. This is the data. Okay, the data will be stored in the database, right? And this data, whatever the data is there, this data will be displayed. This data will be displayed on user's screen. On user screen, whatever the data is there, this data will be displayed on user screen. From where the data is coming to the user? The data is coming from the database. The data is coming from the database, right? The data is coming from the database. Now, I'll tell you the importance of the database. I'll tell you importance of the database. Okay. What this user is doing, how this user is actually looking at the data. This user is using application. This user is using application. This user is using some XYZ application. Some XYZ application to see the data in the database. Whatever the data is there, the data is actually displayed on the screen by using an application. For example, let's take this as some bank database. Let's take this as a ICICI bank database. Okay, this is a ICICI bank database. Now everyone are having okay, first I'll discuss about WhatsApp example. WhatsApp as an example. WhatsApp is also application. You are the user. You are the user of a WhatsApp. You are the user of a WhatsApp. There are web applications. There are web applications, means application which can open on website as a web browser applications. And there are mobile applications also. WhatsApp is both mobile application and web application, right? We can use WhatsApp web. We can use WhatsApp on our mobile also. So a lot of people now, everyone uses WhatsApp nowadays. Nowadays, there is no person in the world who doesn't know WhatsApp. Everyone knows WhatsApp, and everyone are a daily user of a WhatsApp. So we are the users of WhatsApp. So what we do when we wake up, immediately we will open the mobile. We'll check the WhatsApp messages. Before we sleep, before we go to bed, what we do? We open WhatsApp, look at what are the messages, and we will sleep. So what does it mean? The messages inside the WhatsApp application is nothing but data. The photos you are sending in WhatsApp from one person to another person, the messages that you are receiving in WhatsApp from one person to another person, everything is data, right? Everything is data. So which application are you using now? You are using WhatsApp application. You are using WhatsApp application. We are users. We are users. We are using WhatsApp application to connect with each other, to message each other, to send photos to each other, to send some files to each other. What are these? Messages, files, photos. This is nothing but data. This WhatsApp messages has to store somewhere in the back end. Front end is the application. You people are able to see WhatsApp application, but the messages, the photos, the media, whatever the media, the documents that you are sending, everything has to store in the back end somewhere. Where it is storing? It is getting stored in the database. It is getting stored in the database. Now, a WhatsApp developer is there. WhatsApp application developer is there. Application developer. WhatsApp application is developed. They might be developed this application, using Java or Python or the PHP.NET or anything. No, they might use some different languages to develop an application. The Android application, the mobile application, or the web application, or anything. They might use some programming language like Java or Python or anything. They might actually develop an application. But after developing the application, The users has to use the application, right? After developing the application, users has to use the application. Means the WhatsApp application is ready, and we as a user has to use the application. So our messages has to store somewhere in the backend. Our photos has to store somewhere in the backend. Our folders or documents has to store somewhere in the backend. Where they will store? They will store in database only. There is a WhatsApp server. There is a WhatsApp server, and inside the WhatsApp server, the WhatsApp database, all the data is stored. Now, this mobile application developer has developed the application, WhatsApp application. Where he or she will keep the application without a database? They'll keep on the header. Without a database, they'll keep the applications on header, and they'll go to everyone and say, hey, I have developed WhatsApp, I have developed WhatsApp, I have developed WhatsApp. Where they will keep the application without a database? The messages has to go and store in the backend somewhere, that is database. The photos has to go and store in the database. The documents has to store in the database. And if you want to retrieve your messages, for example, in the back end, you are using your Google Drive, your Gmail account to take a backup of all your messages. So that is also a database. Okay, that is also a database. Okay, so one second. Some people are not able to, one girl is not able to hear me, so I asked her to rejoin. Okay, fine. So yeah, without a database, where these applications will be? Applications are no use without a database. So database is playing a very major role. Now let's take one more example. Let's take one more example. I have a banking application. Now now we have we took an example of WhatsApp application, right? Without WhatsApp, you people and I nobody can survive in this world nowadays. WhatsApp is that much addicted to people. We are in some busy work also, we use WhatsApp. So even if you have a WhatsApp application without a backend database to store, WhatsApp is of no use. Developer can say proudly that, hey, I have developed the web application, man. My application are being used by some crores and millions of users. Yeah, you are correct, man. You are a great guy. You have invented a WhatsApp application. But in the back end, where everything is, where the data of the application is getting stored in the database. So the database, they have to use some or the other database to store all these data of the users, right? So that's how the database plays a very major role. That's one example. Example number 2, coming to the net banking applications. Net banking. For example, I have a American Express. Okay, I am using American Express now. Okay, as an example, I'm talking. I'm using American Express. This is my application. This is my application. See, you can see American Express net banking application. Just like ICICI, for example. Let me take ICICI also. For a lot of people are Indian users, right? Everyone knows ICICI, right? So even for ICICI also, I have username and password. I have a username and password to log into the internet banking. Just like that, I have a American Express also. Okay, I have an American Express account where I can log into my account. Log into my account, and I can check. I can do whatever the transactions. I can transfer the money from one account to another account. Okay, I can purchase something. Everything is a transaction. Everything is a transaction, right? Now let me show you. Do a right click and view the page source code. See, this is the application. This is the application. This application is developed. This application, net banking application, is developed with some source code. This is the source code. This is the code. This might be on Java. This might be on Python. This might be on anything. This might be in anything, man. I really don't care. The application is developed with Java. Okay, fine. The application is developed with Python. Okay, fine. PHP, .NET. Okay, fine. I don't care. But what I care is whether users are using the application with the database or without a help of database. Without a help of database, these applications, they'll keep on their head. Okay, Java developer, I'm not telling that developers are less. No, developers, they are talented on their own skills. We are talented on their own skills. My only intention to tell you is, without a database, the application will not work. I want to prove it. That's why DBAs are ruling the world. DBAs are ruling the world. Database administrators are ruling the world, not the developers. Developers might develop the application. Yes, somebody has developed this net banking application, but a user, I am the user, I am the user, right? I am user. I am logging to the database now. I am logging to my net banking application. Let me log in and I'll show you. I'll show you what happens. I'm logging to my net banking application now. Okay. And after logging to my net banking application, this is the page from where this data is coming. Okay, my point is from where this data is coming. I'm able to see the payment due. Okay, I'm able to see payment due, total balance. Okay, and what are the transactions and everything. From where this data is coming, sir or ma'am, from where this data is coming? The data is coming from database only. The data is coming from database only. I as a user logged into the database with the help of username and password. I as a user logged into the database with the help of username and password. I opened a net banking application on my screen. I am the user. I opened a net banking application on my screen and I want to see, for example, I want to see in the month of October or December, what are the transactions that I have did in the month of October or December. For example, in the month of October. From where this data is coming? I have made a payment of 2,000 rupees. I have made a payment of 955 rupees. From where this data means like, this is the data. This is the data. From where this data is coming? From where this data is coming? From where the data is getting fetched. Okay, I understand. Java developer developed the application. Okay, Java developer developed the application, or Python developer developed the application, or some XYZ developer developed the application. But in the application, the data has to display, right? Data has to come. If you are the user, you are the user, you will say like, okay, I am logging to the application now, but my data is not displayed. Will you agree? Will you accept the application? I have a ICICI Bank application. I want to see the last 10 transactions, or else the mini statement. I'm not able to see the data. Then what is the use of application? What is the use of application if I'm not able to see the data? Application is meant for showing the data only. So application is 100% purely depending on database only. If I click on home, for example, if I click on home button, this should come. From where this data is coming? From my database. When I click on statement, and if I have to go to my card activity and see what is my card doing, what are the recent transactions, this is data. Everything has to be coming from database only. That is my point. Yes, as an application developer, you developed this application very good with the source code. You used Python or Java or anything you used. Yes, you are a good developer, I know. But a developer has to depend on database only. A developer has to depend on database only, because users' data is stored in database only. From this database, the data is fetched and displayed to the users. So who will maintain this data? DBA. It's we. We are DBAs. We are the boss. We are the boss. So DBAs will maintain the data. That is why DBAs plays a very major role in the market. DBAs are playing a very major role in the market. I mean to say like IT world. Okay. Good. Now this is till here this part is fine. Now how this actual things will work out, I'll tell you. Actual things, how it starts. Like the applications are there, right? Applications will be actually developed. Applications will be developed and applications will be there in the I'll show you this. Okay. Okay, fine. This is this is something different which I did not tell for the previous batches. I just wanted to explore more and more for this batch. A lot of people, they saw my introduction sessions, right? Introduction sessions that I have sent you. So in that session, this is not there. I'm giving some additional kick on information so that you people will understand more clear. You people will get more clarity. Okay, now this is the front end user. I am the user. I have to, I am logging out now. I'm logging out. I have to log into the application, right? How do I log into an application? With the help of username and password. With the help of username and password. Where this username and passwords are stored? Username and passwords are stored in the database only. Now I'll explain you that. So this we call it as application layer. This we call it as application layer. Application layer. And this we call it as database layer. Okay. This we call it as DB layer. This we call it as network layer. Network layer. Okay. So now how user will connect is, user will have to open the application, right? User, see, I'm a net banking user. I have to open the application. This is my application URL. This is my application URL. How this application will be opened is, this application will be stored in the application layer. Okay. This application is stored in the application layer. Okay. Please mute. Whoever is unmuting, please mute. This application is stored in the application layer. Fine. This application layer, in this application layer, this application should be always up. This application should be always up, and the network should be working fine. And whatever the user's data is there, I told you user's data is there, right? User's data. This is the database. This is the database. In the database layer, we have database. In the database layer, we have database. Okay. In the database layer, we have database. Right. Now, this username and password is there, right? This username and password. This username and passwords are stored in the database. This username passwords are stored in the database, and user related data is also stored in the database. User related data is stored in the database. Now, how this connection will go is, if the application is up, sometimes if you people know that, I'll give you an example. A lot of people might have this net banking application. The example, yesterday there were some phone pay issues, server is down, something like that. And, the bank applications are down. We can say like there is a maintenance time. You people will get a message like from so and so time to so and so time, there is a maintenance activity that is happening on our net banking applications. So we regret for the inconvenience caused, or we regret for the something. So from this time to this time, you will not be able to use the net banking applications. We keep getting those messages. What is the story is, if the application is down, you will not be able to connect. So how the user connections will go is, first user will open the application, means user will connect to the application. Application is connected. Okay, fine. Application is open now. When I connect to the application, application is open. I'm able to connect to the application now. I'm able to connect to the application. Fine. Which means application is up. Application is up. Okay. Next, with the help of network layer, this will be connected to the database. This will be connected to the database. When I will be able to connect, when a user, this is the user, when a user will be able to connect to the database. Now I just only connected to the application. When I click on login, my username and password is there in the database, right? It will authenticate to my database, and I'm able to log into my database. I'm able to log into the application, and I'm able to log into the database, and now I'm able to see the data. This is the actual story. There will be application layer maintained by the application team. Application admins, we call them as application admins, maintained by the application team who maintains this application. There will be a network layer where there are network administrators, network admins who maintain the network layer, and there is a database which stores the user's data, There is a database layer. This is maintained by DBAs, database administrators. I repeat, application layers are maintained by application admins. Network layer is maintained by network administrators. Okay, and database layer is maintained by database administrators, DBA. We call them as DBAs. We are the DBAs. Now, you people can ask. Now I'm talking about databases. Now you people might ask, sir, you are telling that okay, without a database there is no application. Now this is proved. Okay, this is proved now. This is proved, right? Even if I want to see my data, even if I have to transfer the money from one account to another account or anything, data, everything is data. Since morning till the time you go to bed, you are also playing with the data in your WhatsApp. So everything is data. Without a data, IT company is not there, man. IT company itself is not there. Why? When you join an IT company, first you have to log into the IT company's application and you have to fill all your details. When you're filling all your details, that is nothing but data. I'll give you one more example. If you people, Apollo Pharmacy is there, or else some MedPlus is there. Apollo Pharmacy is a pharmacy chain of pharmacies across India. You know, in India, they have some lakhs and lakhs of stores, right? When you enter into Apollo Pharmacy, what they will do? After you purchase some medicines, they'll ask you, what's your name, ma'am? What's your phone number? And everything. They open the Apollo Pharmacy application. And they will store all your details. Means they are storing your data in the Apollo Pharmacy database. They are storing all the customers' information in the Apollo Pharmacy database. Why? Because you people keep getting messages again. Apollo Pharmacy giving discounts, 25% on medicines, 30% on injections, 40% on this. How Apollo Pharmacy know your number, man? You only gave and they stored your contact details in their database. You only gave your number. And one time when you go to the Apollo store for purchasing some medicines, you gave your contact number. They stored your number in their database. Permanently, they have your phone number with Apollo. Means the Apollo Pharmacy is having your contact number permanently. And they keep sending you messages whenever there are running offers. You will be shocked. Hey, how Apollo Pharmacy know my number, man? Because you only gave your number and they stored your number in the application. When they typed your number in the application, they clicked on save. When they clicked on save, automatically in the back end, your number got stored in their database. So that's one more example. So you take any sector, man, not only banking sector, not only entertainment sector, even YouTube is also a database running on database, not only entertainment sector, not only banking sector, not only pharma sector. We call the pharma sector as like healthcare sector. Not only you take any sector, not only IT sector. I'm talking not only about IT sector. You take any sector. Without database, there is no business at all. Even now, you people are joined my class, right? Even I have to maintain your data in the Excel sheet. Without maintaining your data, I cannot run the show. That is how data is very important. Okay. So from where we are jumping something like, okay, no problem. So now I'll come to the database. So yes, as I said, the importance of the database, right? And now I'll talk about database. Now you people might ask, yes, sir, whatever you said is proven. We agree with your point. Now, I'm talking about database. I'm talking about that too, Oracle database. Now you people can ask me one question. Sir, you're telling database is very, very important. Without database, we cannot run the show. The daily activities are also based on the database only. Okay, good, very good. But why we have to use only Oracle database, sir? Why not other databases? There are some other databases in the market, like Microsoft SQL database is there, Oracle database is there, and some blah 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 database is there, and everything is there. Why we have to use only Oracle? That's a nice question. Even if you people don't ask, I am answering your questions. Like, okay, so that will be a nice question. I'll tell you why we have to go with the Oracle database. Suppose we go to the market. There are two. What can I say? Like, yeah, there are two laptops. For example, there are two laptops. I don't want to. I mean, if I mention the name, you people might think like, hey, this sir is telling that this laptop is good. I don't have that laptop. I have this laptop. Okay, so don't. I'm just giving an example for a comparison purpose. For a comparison purpose. So you have two laptops in the market. Okay, you go to a store, a laptop store, to purchase a laptop. Everyone knows, it's a known fact. It's a known fact actually. Everyone knows that Dell is the number one laptop because we can use rough and tough. Dell laptop is a rough and tough laptop. We can use it like anything. Even if it is falling down, after falling down for about 10 times, then only something will happen to the Dell laptop. That I can assure you. Okay. So now people are thinking like, okay, Dell, there is a Dell laptop, there is some other laptop. Okay, Dell laptop is a very good laptop. Okay. So what are you looking at the laptop, and what are the things that you're looking at the laptop when you're purchasing? You're looking at the features. Obviously, you look at the features and then you purchase the laptop. As simple as such. Now I'll say Dell laptop is a very good laptop. It has a very good features. Okay, the graphical card is very good, and it's a rough and tough laptop to use. So, and the life will be very high with the Dell laptop. So these are all the features. And there is some other XYZ laptop. I don't want to mention some other. You people will again go with the comparisons. There is some XYZ laptop which is not as good as Dell laptop. Okay, obviously there are two laptops, right? As good, it is not as good as Dell laptop, but the features of Dell laptop is very, very good. And which laptop you will purchase? Obviously Dell laptop only. Obviously Dell laptop, right? The features are good. The life is very good with the Dell laptop and everything. So obviously go with the Dell laptop only, right? So in the same way, there are multiple database products in the market. There are Microsoft SQL database is there, Oracle database is there, some Sybase is there, some XYZ, blah, blah, blah databases are there. But all customers, means almost 85% of the customers are using Oracle databases in the market. Why? Because of the features. The features. If I ask, I have a kid. He knows how to use a computer. He knows how to use a computer. Nowadays, kids are also using computers because they are actually, learning computer classes also nowadays. In our childhood, we don't used to have a computer classes, right? So he knows how to use a computer. Now I'll tell my kid, to say to copy paste or to cut paste something from a folder. For example, I opened some C drive. I'll ask my kid, hey, can you please cut this and paste in D drive? He knows how to cut and paste. He'll simply do a right click. He'll simply cut, do a cut, and he'll go here and he'll simply paste it. That's Windows. That's Windows. This is a Windows database, and we call it as a Microsoft Windows, right? We call it as a Microsoft Windows database. You can check. This is a Microsoft Windows. Okay, if you want to check, everyone knows. I believe so. Everyone knows it, right? This is Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Corporation. You see that? So there are two databases. There are two products or two databases which are actually leading the market. Okay, I can say one is Oracle and the other one is Microsoft. Microsoft has its own product called Microsoft SQL databases. The databases which run on Windows, the databases which run on Windows. And Oracle databases, they don't run on Windows. They will run on Windows. I don't say that they will not run on Windows. They will run, but Oracle databases mainly almost 100%, or I can say 99% of the Oracle databases, they will run on Linux. Just like Windows is an operating system. Windows is an operating system, right? My Windows machine is an operating system. Just like Windows operating system, Linux is also one of the operating system. Just like Windows. Linux is one of the operating system. Now, my kid is around 5 years. He knows how to cut paste. He knows how to copy paste. He can do anything. In this folder, for example, I have an Excel sheet here. That is data, right? That is in C drive. For example, I have an Excel sheet in C drive. I have an Excel sheet in C drive. I'll ask my kid to cut paste from C drive to D drive. He will do it. He will do it. And what is there inside in the Excel sheet? Data. Data means, one second. Right? Yeah, 1 second. So I'll do that. See, this is American Express database, for example. American Express database. I'm doing a cut and I'm pasting in E drive, for example. I'm pasting in E drive. I'm doing a cut and I'm pasting in E drive. Right? See, I got it. I cut that folder from C drive and I have pasted in E drive. I have pasted in E drive, this MX1, and I can I can cut from D drive and I can paste it in E drive. This is American Express database, for example. I'm talking about this is how Windows works. This is how Windows work. Now the same thing. Now my kid is 5 years, right? You people are almost some 22, 23 of age. Now I'll ask the same thing to you people to do it in a Linux operating system. Hey, can you please cut the data from one folder to another folder and do it in a Linux operating system, not on Windows? I'm asking you people to do it in Linux operating system. How many people will do it? You people only tell me. You people can start now unmuting and talk, or else I have to call your names. Better you people only unmute and talk. How many people will do? How many people will be able to do cut paste in Linux?
No, we can't do in Linux.
No,
right?
we can't do it.
No, right?
We can't do it.
Simple.
But it is very secured.
Yeah. That is what I am. That point only I'm coming now. Okay. But that point only I'm coming. Okay. Fine. So most of you answered like, no, sir, we cannot do it in Linux. Why? Because you don't know Linux, man. Even my kid knows Windows, but you don't know Linux. Even at the age of 20, 21, 22. That is how Linux is very much secured. That is how Linux operating system is very much secured. So Microsoft Windows databases runs on Windows Server, Windows operating system. Oracle databases runs on Linux operating system. Linux is very, very secured. So if you say your bank data, you have your bank data, you're a customer of a bank, your data is stored in the database, and this database is in Linux. This database is in Linux. This is Oracle database, and this database is in Linux operating system, not in Windows operating system. This database is in Linux operating system. It's very hard. It's not even hard. I can say it's not possible to hack the data of a customer. Hacking is impossible. Hacking is impossible in Linux. For example, if you ask Windows, even my kid will also hack the data. Simple. If I tell my kid, bacha, you go to C drive, there will be one Excel folder with the name XYZ. Just copy that or cut that and paste in the pen drive and get the data to me. If I tell my 5 years kid also, he'll be able to do it. But in Linux, customers' data is secured. That is the feature. That is why you take any bank, ICICI, Axis, SBI, or you take any pharma sector, you take any sector, you take any industry, 85% of the customers or 85% of the IT companies. I cannot say 85%. I will say 100%. 100% of the companies are using Linux databases. Oh, sorry, Oracle databases. They run on Linux. 100% of the IT companies are using Oracle databases. And you can ask, then who will use Microsoft SQL? Yes, Microsoft SQL databases are also people are using. But if you compare with the Oracle databases, Microsoft SQL is only 15%. Means 85% are Oracle databases only. Means if you have one job opening on SQL DBA, you will have 10 job openings on Oracle DBA. See, that is the difference. That is the difference. If you have one job opening on SQL DBA, you will have 10 job openings on Oracle DBA. That is how Oracle database is powerful. I can say that is how Oracle database is powerful. So that's why, see, for example, I'll take one more example. There's a LG AC, LG air condition. There's a Hitachi air condition is there. How many people will vote for LG? How many people will vote for Hitachi? They'll look at the brand first, and they'll also look at the history. What is the history? For example, this is my 54th batch. Why you people joined my batch? Because you know the history. You came to know from your references. Obviously, you came to know from your references that this trainer, this sir is a very good trainer. He teaches in such a way that a layman will also understand. You got that feedback and you joined my classes. In the same way, if ICICI Bank has to store the customer's data, they will look at the options in the which product is good to store my customer's data. Oracle, Oracle database or SQL database or which database? Obviously, they are going with Oracle database. The reason is security. If your data is not secured, you will go and kick your ICICI Bank. You'll sue your ICICI Bank. For example, if I'm able to hack your bank net banking this thing, I'm able to hack your without a security, I'm able to hack your data, then you'll go to that particular bank and you will not file a complaint. Obviously, you'll file a complaint. So the features are very good. So the data is very much secured in the Oracle databases. Because they run in the Linux operating system. They use Linux as an operating system platform. Okay, that's one point to be noted. Now, if you people understand till here, now we'll go into the topics or what we will learn in the Oracle database. Everyone clear till here? Everyone. I told you, you people have to be interactive.
Yes,
if you people are not interactive, I'm telling you very seriously. If you people are not interactive, that will be a one-man show, which I don't like it at all. Please be interactive, guys. Please be interactive. See, I'll tell you one thing. I'm training. I have been training a lot of people, lot of batches, and this is one of those batches. I'm telling. I'm actually training with a lot of passion towards the subject. Please understand that I'm not here to do time pass. Okay, I'm training with a lot of passion, so I obviously expect answers from you people. If you people don't answer, then I think like whom should I talk with, right? So I request you to you people to please open your mouth and talk. When I am asking some questions, please open your mouth and talk or answer the question. Okay, everyone understood till here, so that I can start going to the actual class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, fine. Good to hear that. Now we'll go into the classes. Okay, we'll go into what will we learn? What are we going to learn? We'll deal with that. What are we going to learn? Okay, fine. What are we going to learn is it's very simple. First of all, to store the database to store the data in the database, you know, what do we need? We need a server. So for that, we need to have a different layers. We need to have a different layers. As I told you, application layer will be taken care by application DBA or application administrator. Network layer will be taken care by network administrator. As a database administrator, we will deal with the database layer. In the database layer, if we have to learn, okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay. So yeah, on the database layer, on the database standpoint, what we are going to learn, I'll teach you that. Okay. The first one is VMware. Okay, the first one is VMware. Okay, first one is VMware. Okay. So after the VMware, inside the VMware, what will be there? Inside the VMware, what will be there? Okay. Inside the VMware, we have Linux. We have a Linux operating system. Inside the VMware, we have a Linux operating system. Linux server. We can call it as a Linux server. Okay. We can call it as a Linux server. Inside the VMware, we will have a Linux server. Okay. And inside the Linux server, what will we have? Inside the Linux server, what will we have? Inside the Linux server, we will have our Oracle databases. Simple. Inside the Linux server, we have Oracle databases. Now, you people might ask, like, sir, what is this VMware, sir? Yes, I'll explain you. You people don't worry, because I know a lot of people are laymen. You people don't know what is VMware. It's my responsibility. I take it as my responsibility to explain you what is VMware. Okay, you people know about Linux, right? Just like Windows operating system, Linux is an operating system. That's it. For now, you people have to understand that's it. Just see, my Windows is an operating system, right? In the same way, Linux is one operating system. Okay. Now we'll talk about VMware. What is this VM? VM means virtual machine. VM means virtual machine. VM means virtual machine. Okay. VM means virtual machine. You people have to understand a difference between a physical machine and a virtual machine. You people have to understand a difference between a physical machine and a virtual machine. Okay. Now I'll give you an example so that you people will understand. You people will understand. Okay. For example, this is one physical machine. I'm not talking about a virtual machine. This is one physical machine, which is a Linux machine. Linux or Windows, anything it could be Linux. Inside this, we have a database. Inside this, we have a database. Okay, inside this we have a database, right? Okay, inside this we have a database. Okay, we have a database here in this Linux machine. Okay, in this Linux machine we have a Oracle database now. Now user is connecting. Okay, I have to explain you like this. User. Okay, this is the dividing. Okay, this Linux server is there. This Linux server is in USA, means United States of America. Okay, the user is there. User is there in India. How user is connecting? As I told you, user has to connect to the database, right? User has to connect to the database, and from here, user has to see the data, and the data is getting displayed in the user screen. Fine. Now I have a question. Just like Windows, this Linux operating system is there, like Linux operating system. You can for your understanding, you can take this as Windows also. I don't mind. You can take this as a Windows. In this Windows database, in this Windows server, the database is there. So user is connecting to this database and fetching the data and displaying the data on the user screen. Now, for example, this operating system is down. This OS is down. Linux is down, or Windows is down. Will this database work?
No, sir.
No.
No, it will not work.
No, it will not work.
It will not work. It's very simple. Now it's very simple. Now this is my Windows. Okay. It is down. My Windows is down. Means my Windows is shut down. For example, my Windows is shut down. Means my Windows is shut down means. One second. You people are talking and not muting yourself. Okay, my Windows is shut down means the server is shut down. My Windows server. This is a server. My Windows machine is nothing but this is a server. This is shut down, and this machine is in US. It is not in my place. This is in US. I am in India. The server is in US, and I'm connecting to the server in which my database is there, and I'm fetching the data. If this server is down, means if my Windows laptop is down, or if the server is down, is this database accessible? People, I'm talking to you. Please answer.
No, sir.
No.
It will not work.
No.
No, it won't work.
No, right? It's very simple. Now, as I said, like, if my Windows machine is going down, it will not, my machine will is not it will not be accessible. You know, the data for example, the data is there in the C drive. For example, the data is there in the C drive. My data is there in the C drive. If my laptop itself is down, my machine itself is down, will I be able to see the data in the C drive?
No.
No, sir.
Simple logic.
Not able to.
Now, how to start my laptop back? How to start my Windows machine, or how to start my Windows laptop? Can anyone tell me? It's a very simple question, na? My
Manually we should.
No. That's what I'm asking. My laptop means my server is shut down. Means my laptop is shut down. Now, how to bring my laptop back online? How to power on my laptop? Can you people tell me?
You have to open it.
It's very simple question, na? How to power my laptop? Everyone have computers? Everyone have laptops with you? At least answer this question. At least answer
Yes,
this
sir.
question.
Yes.
Everyone have laptops with you, right?
Yes.
How will you people power on the laptop? That is my question.
Manually,
By clicking on button, sir.
By clicking
power
On
button.
power
Power
button. Yeah, by clicking power button, right?
Yes.
By clicking power button. Yeah, very good. By clicking on power button, we have to power on the laptop. Means where the server is there, the server is in US. Okay, the server is in US. DBA is in India. DBA is in India. If the server is going down, means my laptop is going down. My laptop, I mean the laptop which is having the database, it is down, and that is in US. Means if the server is down, physically someone has to go to that server place and they have to click on the power on button, then only the server will be come back online. Yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone understand what I'm talking?
Yes. Understood.
Everyone understood English, right? If you want me to talk in Hindi, I'll talk. मैं क्या बोल रहा था actually, अगर लैपटॉप का पावर चले गया तो someone has to they have to go physically जाना है, जाकर we need to power on the button. We need to go physically and we need to power on. A person has to go physically to in front of the laptop and click on power on button. Then only this laptop or this server will come online. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now DBA is in India. DBA is in India. Okay, server is in US. Now, will I ask my company? I'll tell my company that please arrange one chartered flight. Please arrange one flight. I have to fly from India to US. I have to go to the server location and I have to just for clicking power on button. Just for clicking power on button, my company will give me flight. You
No,
only tell
sir.
me. You only
No,
tell me.
sir. It is no.
No.
You people only tell me. You people have the answer now.
No, sir. It is useless.
Useless, right? Just for clicking one power on button, they have to spend some lakhs of rupees for my flight ticket. They have to spend for my accommodation. They have to spend a lot of money on me just for clicking on power on button. Doesn't it sound so silly?
Yes, sir.
So that is the physical machine. If it is a physical machine, that is what happens. That is what happens in a physical machine. If the physical machine is down, a person has to go physically to the location and click on the power on button, then only the server will be back online. Then only all users will be able to connect. If the server is down, the database is down. So users will not be able to connect. So to power on the server back, physically a person has to go to the location. That is physical machine. Then what is virtual machine? No problem at all. No problem at all. My server is inside the virtual machine. My server is inside the virtual machine. It is not in the physical machine. There is a VMware, there is a virtual machine. Inside the virtual machine, my server is there. So I'll show you how to power on, how to power off. See, this is my VMware. These are all my servers. This is in Mumbai location. This is in Hyderabad location. This is in Delhi location. All these are my servers. If I have to power on the server, just click on power on. You are in India. The server is in Mumbai. You are in India. You are in some location. The server is in Hyderabad. You are in Hyderabad. The server is in Delhi. Just by clicking on power on, you are able to do it from any location you are sitting. You are sitting in any location, you are powering, you are turning on the server, and you can power off the server. Now you people only tell me which is preferable, physical machine or virtual machine?
Virtual machine.
Virtual machine.
Virtual.
You people only got the answer now. Okay, now I have one question to you people. People who are not talking. Okay, I'm talking to people who are not talking. If you people don't talk, I'll tell you what happens. You people will be like that only. If you people are not talking. If you people talk, if you people answer my questions, if you people are interactive, I will understand what you better. You people don't shy. Nobody knows anything. We are all beginners. Remember that point. We all are beginners. Okay. Some people are feeling shy, or I don't know, like I'm getting answers only from 4 to 5 people out of 20 people. And I don't expect this. I expect answer from each and every one. If you people want me to talk in Hindi, I'll explain that in Hindi. मैंने क्या बोल रहा है, अगर आप लोग चुप बैठे तो मुझे कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आता. अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा नहीं आ रहा है, अगर आप you open your mouth and talk, then I'll understand whether you people are able to understand or not, so that I can explain you in more better way if you people are not able to understand. I'm giving you some real-time examples, right? So please come and interact with me, guys. I'm here to help you. I'm here to build your careers, right? So I'm helping you people a lot. So better that you people understand that first of all. Okay. So please do not make me to talk or tell this point again and again. Please interact with me. Okay. Please answer my questions. So now everyone agrees. I mean, almost all of you agreed that VMware is the best one, right? VMware is the best one. So we'll eliminate this. That is the reason we have to learn VMware. You have to, I mean, who will, now I'll tell you one thing. Who will take care of VMware in real time, in office? I'm talking about the real time means in our offices, in our office databases. All our office databases are also in VMware only, virtual machines only. They are not in physical machines. All our databases will be in virtual machines only. Then who is responsible to take care of VMware? It's not Oracle DBA. No, Oracle DBA is not responsible. There is a VMware admin. Okay. There's a VMware. Yes. There's a VMware admin is responsible for taking care of VMwares. Next, there's a Linux server. Who is responsible to take care of the Linux operating system? Is Oracle DBA responsible? No. Linux admins are responsible to take care of Linux administration, this operating system. Now, who is responsible for take care of Oracle databases?
Oracle database administrator.
Exactly. This is the job we are doing. Oracle database admins. We will take care of Oracle databases. But the beauty of the course, what is the beauty of the course and what is the beauty of my teaching? The beauty of the course and my teaching is I will teach VMware also, I will teach Linux also, I will teach Oracle database also. In one single course, we are covering everything. And I will teach network also. Why, Why I will teach? You people might ask, sir, we are learning we are only Oracle database admins, right? So if we learn only Oracle database administration, that's okay. Yeah, all institutes will teach like that only. There should be some difference between other institutes and my teaching, right?
Right.
So what is the difference? I'll tell you. I will teach real time. What is the real time? If you sit in an office and you are dealing with Oracle database, example, you are sitting in an office, now you are doing a job. The job of Oracle DBA, you are doing it. And you are working on Oracle databases. Now you got an issue. You got some issue, some XYZ issue in Oracle database. For example, I'm talking, you have some issue in Oracle database. Now, actually that is not Oracle DBA issue. Actually, the issue is not with Oracle database. Is Oracle database independent or dependent? It's dependent on Linux server. Is Linux server independent or dependent? Linux server is dependent on VMware. So there is a dependency, man. There is a dependency. Now, if you don't understand this dependency, if you only learn Oracle, and if you keep working on Oracle databases, if you don't know what is the dependency between Oracle to Linux and what is the dependency from Linux to VMware, people will be like a normal DBS only. Then what is the use of you people coming to me and learning? There should be something extra that I have to do it, right? The extra is this only. The extra is I will make you learn Linux, I will make you learn VMware, I will make you learn Oracle database, I will make you learn network. So that I'll make you people understand what is the dependency or what is the chain in between server to database, server to VMware, and the networking part. So that when you get a job, when you go into an organization, when you start working, if it is not a Oracle database issue, what happens, in real time, what happens? Whenever there is any issue, there is a call that will be open. That's called bridge call. We call it as a bridge call. What is a bridge call means? Oracle DBA will join the call. Network admin will join the call. Linux admin will join the call. VMware admin will join the call when there is any issue. Now, Linux admin will tell, Linux, everything is fine, man. The issue is with Oracle DBA. Now, network admin will tell, network is fine. Issue is with only Oracle DBA. Now, VMware admin will tell, VMware is everything is fine. Now, only issue with Oracle DBA. Everyone are throwing issue on Oracle DBA only. Now, your manager will also join the call. Your manager will tell, what kind of a DBA are you, man? It's an Oracle DBA issue. Everyone are telling it's Oracle DBA issue, DB issue. Can't you fix it? But actually, it is not an Oracle DB issue. It might be a Linux issue. It might be a VMware issue. It might be a network issue. If it is not an Oracle issue, if you know the dependency or if you know the relation between these things, you can clearly tell on the call, I have checked the Oracle database. I see no issue reported in the database. And I can clearly say that there might be an issue with the Linux machine. And you can suggest the Linux admin, hey, Linux admin, can you please check what's happening there? Because of that, my database is getting affected. You can strongly talk on the call. If you understand the dependency. You don't understand the dependency. You only learn Oracle. You only learn Oracle DBA or only Oracle database. You don't know what is the dependency. You are nothing. Then you are also normal DBA. Then what is the difference between you and other people? Understand the reason what I'm talking?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is why I teach in real time. I don't teach like a normal Oracle DBAs. I teach like in real time. I will work on all this part, all this area. I will work on all these areas. Right? Till here, everyone clear? I'll go to the next topic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, now this part, I think like you already people know this part. Okay, what are the things that we are going to learn in this database administration? That I'm going to cover now. These are the users. This server, this is a server now. This server, this is the database. This is a database. The database is this is a Linux server, which is in Mumbai server. Okay, and this is ICICI database. Right now, ICICI bank database. All users, as you people know, all applications are connecting to the database now, and they are getting the data from here and displaying on the user screen. Okay, they are connecting to the server, Mumbai server. Okay, now, yeah. Now I'll tell you this example. I have started my business just yesterday. Just yesterday, I have started my business. How many ICICI bank accounts will be there? You people will tell me. Just yesterday only, I have started my business.
less amount.
Below 100.
Below 100. 1 day or 100?
1 day.
100
Thirty
accounts.
Only 1 or 2.
Only
As
one.
we are number
Only
one
one.
business, sir.
Hardly
Below
100.
10, 15. Not more than
10,
that.
15.
Below 10.
Okay. Okay, fine. 10 accounts has opened. Just yesterday only I have inaugurated my ICICI bank. Okay. So just 10 accounts has opened. Now 10 accounts opened. So for those 10 accounts, for those 10 people, I have to give the net banking. I have to provide net banking. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Whoever opens the bank account, I have to provide net banking facility. Yes or no? If not, they'll not take the account.
Yes,
We have to
sir.
open net banking.
So obviously the 10 customers are having net banking now. Obviously 10 customers are having net banking. So when they are using this net banking, where the connection is going? The connection is going to the Mumbai server. Because here in ICICI database, in Mumbai server, there is ICICI database. In this database, this customer's data is stored. For example, if I click on login and I am able to see the data, right? From where I am getting the data is coming from Mumbai server. From Mumbai server, I am getting the data. I am getting the data from Mumbai server. Now it's been 1 year that my business is going very fast. 1 year. There are some 10 lakh customers now. There are some 10 lakh customers. All 10 lakh customer connections are going to Mumbai server, and they are getting their data from Mumbai server. They are getting their data from Mumbai server. Now suddenly there is an earthquake. There is an earthquake, or there is some tsunami. There is some tsunami happened in Mumbai, and this building is crashed. This building is crashed. Now where this user connections will go? Talk, people.
It will also collapse.
No communication, sir.
Simple business.
To other data center.
No. Business close, man.
No communication.
No. 1 second. Did I draw some diagram here? Something else? I did not draw, right? If this scenario comes, I'm talking. If people can unmute and talk. If this scenario comes, what happens to these connections? Will user connect somewhere?
No, sir, it's not possible.
No, right? Simple. So obviously, business close, and all users will go to the. They'll file a complaint. Hey, my data is not displayed, man. The data is gone. That is gone. Okay, everything. Blah blah blah. Full of complaints, and the business is gone. So to avoid these kind of situations, I'm talking about the real time. To avoid these kind of situations, this is Mumbai data center. What we'll do is there will be one more data center. There will be one more data center. We call it as a standby data center or DR. Call it as a DR data center. This will be in Hyderabad. Hyderabad DC or Hyderabad server. You can call it as server, Hyderabad server. In which there will be ICICI database again. There will be ICICI database. Okay. There will be ICICI database. Now, what is this ICICI database? What is it? Is it a new database? No. It is not a new database. This is a primary server. This is a primary server. Means one second. This guy is asking me, who is that? Sai Fanindra. Backup should be taken. Correct only, sir. What you told is correct. Sai Fanindra, if you are able to hear my answer, backup, we will take the backup. For example, if the server is gone, we will have the backup. But backup is also in this location only, right? Backup is also in this location. I'm talking the complete Mumbai data center itself is collapsed. Understand, Panindra? So yeah. So that's what I'm telling. So if this is gone, then what we do? So what is this database? This is not a new database. This Mumbai server is a primary database, right? Mumbai server is a primary, means all user connections are going to Mumbai server, and whatever the data is there, that is being saved. That is saved in Mumbai server only. But whenever the data is getting saved in this Mumbai server, the same data will be saved in Hyderabad server also immediately, within fraction of seconds. Means it is maintaining one more copy. It is maintaining one more copy in some other location, Hyderabad location. ICICI database is having one more copy in Hyderabad location. It's a replica. We call it as a replica. Means we have one main primary database in Mumbai. All users are connecting to Mumbai and they are doing some transactions. All the transactions are stored in Mumbai database. Whenever the transactions are written in Mumbai database, the same transactions are going to Hyderabad database also. They are storing in Hyderabad database also. Means it is maintaining one more copy. Why? This we call it as a DR, disaster recovery. Means whenever any disaster happening in the Mumbai data center, we can route all the user connections to Hyderabad data center. We can recover. This is called disaster recovery. And the data is safe. Data is safe. ICICI Bank no need to close their business now. They don't have to close their business. If Mumbai data center is happening, some disaster happening, like disaster means unknowingly earthquake, unknowingly tsunami, something happened, I can route all the user connections to Hyderabad data center. No, I don't have any issue. I no need to close the business. Business will be running without any issue. Okay, all users will be able to connect to Hyderabad data center. They are able to see the same data, whatever the data is there here, the same data is there here. They can continue the business now. So the module number 1 is core DBA. This is a core DBA. We will talk about only one server, one databases. We'll talk about only one server. This is about core DBA. This is module number 1. Module number 2 comes with DR DBA. How to build a DR to the, if this is gone, we need to have a DR setup, right? So how to build a DR? That is module number 2. I'll talk about module number 2. That's about DR. And module number 3, I'll talk about module number 3. Now it's been 10 years. Now it's been 10 years that my bank is in the market. It's very reputed now. Now I'm not only doing savings accounts, I'm doing salary accounts, I'm doing insurance, I'm doing loans, I'm giving loans. I'm into multiple departments. Now how many customers will have for ICICI Bank within 10 years? Tell me, you people will tell me.
More than
More than
10
how
lakhs.
10 lakhs or something.
Some millions, we can talk as a million.
Millions,
Some millions
yes.
of customers are there. Okay. Now, all those millions of customers will have net banking, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
all those millions of customers who are connecting to the database will be connecting to which server? They'll connect to which server?
The first one. Mumbai server.
Obviously, Mumbai
Mumbai
server.
server.
Obviously, Mumbai server only. We won't use Hyderabad server, guys. Please make it very clear. We will not.
Yes.
We will not use Hyderabad server. Hyderabad server is only for
Disaster.
disaster recovery. Whenever there is any disaster happened here, we need to be very safe and secure so that we are maintaining one more copy. That's it. All connections will go to Mumbai server only. Now you people tell me, now there are some millions and millions and millions of users. Millions of users are there who are connecting to Mumbai server. This one server, all net banking connections, I'm talking about net banking connections, are connecting to Mumbai server. Just one server can handle all 1 million customer connections.
No.
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 No, you can't.
It's not that easy, right? For example, there will be a lot of things in a server. There will be a lot of things which will actually handle the connections. For example, my computer RAM is also important, right? My computer RAM is 8 GB only. Okay, in the same way, this Linux, this Mumbai server RAM is only, for example, this Mumbai server RAM is 64 GB. 64 GB RAM cannot handle 1 million customer connections. Which means load, L-O-A-D, load. The load on the Mumbai server is very, 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 very high. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me.
Yes, sir.
Please answer. Open your mouth and answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in this scenario, what we will do is, we will add one more server to Mumbai location. Okay, we will add one more server. Okay, we'll add one more server. We'll add one more server to the Mumbai location. Okay. And, we'll add one more server. Okay, to the Mumbai location. Now, how many servers are there in Mumbai location?
Two.
Two servers.
Two
This server is
servers.
there. This server is there.
Server.
Database is in which server? This is server 1.
Mumbai.
No, this is server 1. In Mumbai only we have two servers, right? This is server 1. This is server 2. Database is in which server?
Mumbai. Mumbai server.
Yeah,
one.
both are Mumbai servers only. Mumbai server 1, Mumbai server 2. Database is in which server?
Server 1.
Server 1.
One.
Mumbai server 1, right? But we
Yes.
will, but in this module, we will not keep the database in the server 1 or server 2. We will not keep the database in server 1 or server 2. What we will do is, we will add one. Okay, these two modules are clear, right? Module number 1 and module number 2 is clear, right?
Sir.
Core DBA and DR. This is covered. This is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the third module, what we will learn, I'll show you. I'll explain you in a better way. Third module, the load is very high, right? Because my business is growing very fast. When my business is growing very fast, load on one on one server is not possible. It's impossible actually. One server cannot handle the 1 million customer load. So what we will do is, this time what we will do is, this is Mumbai server 1, Mumbai server 2, Mumbai server 2. Okay, this is a common storage. This is a common storage. See, the storage is accessible for server 1. The storage is accessible for server 2. We will keep the database here. We'll keep the database here. ICI. Okay, and this is Mumbai server 1. Okay, and this is Mumbai server 2. This is Mumbai server 2, right? Mumbai server 2, right? Mumbai server 1, Mumbai server 2. Now there are, for example, there are 1 lakh customer net banking customer connections. 1 lakh net banking customer connections are there. Earlier, what was the case? We used to have only one server. Earlier, we used to have only one server, right? We don't used to have the second server. Earlier, we used to have only one server. So all 1 lakh customers will go to only one server in the before case. I mean, earlier case in core DBA, first module. And what happens in the third module? We are adding one more server, and the database is not there in this server. Database is not there in this server. Database is there in the common server, common storage. The storage is accessible by both the servers. This is the database. Now, how users will connect is, connections will go to is, there are 1 lakh customers, right? 50,000 customer connections will go to server 1, and they will see the data. They will get the data. And 50 lakh customer connections will go to server 2. They will see the data and they will fetch the data. Now, is the load balancing happening between both the servers? Is the load is being balanced?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is the load is being balanced? Yes or not?
Yes, yes, sir.
This is module
Yes,
number.
balance.
Yeah, this is module number 3. Module number 3. This is called as RAC, R-A-C, Real Application Cluster. These are the 3 modules which we are going to cover in the course. Okay, this is RAC. Okay, we will build a cluster. We will build a cluster in between the servers, and we will make sure. Okay, for user, it is not 2 servers. For user, it is a single server only. For user will not know whether how many servers are there to handle the load. It will automatically connect. Where there is less load, automatically it will get connected. Okay, so this third module is called RAC, R-A-C, Real Application Cluster. These are 3 modules. Okay, I repeat, module number 1. Sorry. Module number 1 is core DBA. Means first we will learn the basics. Foundation has to be very strong. So we will use only one server to complete the core DBA. Second, DR means For example, if the server is gone, we need to have one more server ready in Hyderabad, okay, to handle the connections. Okay, that is DR. Third, rack, additional extra. This is advanced course. Rack is a very advanced course. Okay, means if one server is not able to handle the connections in the same location, Mumbai location, we need to add one more server so that the load will be balanced. The load will be balanced. This is rack. These are the three modules which we are going to cover. So how the course will be, I'll explain you. So as I was talking like real time, this is module number one. Module number one. Okay. Oracle core database administration. Starting with basics. I will start with the very basics, basics. And then I will go with these things. Okay. Tomorrow we have one more introduction, which I have to complete about the Oracle versions. These are versions 10G, 11G, 12C, and I'll talk about the versions. Okay. And these are all the topics which I am going to cover. There are 40 topics, and there are some topics which are highlighted in yellow in color. Okay. Which you will never find in any institute. Nobody will explain these topics. The reason is they are real time. They are real time sessions, which I will explain you. So that is how my candidates or my students are cracking jobs so easily, because I'm going with the real time sessions. Okay, so this is module number one, and this is module number two, DR, disaster recovery, which is having around 19 sessions. Okay. And this is rack, which is having around 27 sessions. Okay, so module number one, core DBA, will be completed in 1.5 months. DR will be completed in half month. So module number 1 and 2 will take 2 months. Module number 3 will take 20 days. So overall, you can say 2 months, 20 days course. 2 months, 20 days course, or you can roughly round figure 3 months. It's a 3 months course. Now, the most important part and interesting part. Now everyone will wake up. I think now everyone will wake up. I'm talking about the job. Job అనగానే అందరూ కళ్ళు తెరుచుకుంటారు, బ్రెయిన్ ఓపెన్ అయిపోతుంది. What people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now also you people don't want to talk. Huh? Even if I'm talking about job, also you people don't want to talk. Huh?
We
No,
want to
really
talk,
want
sir.
Come
We
on,
want to
till
talk.
here
We
everyone
will
understood.
definitely.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. So let me explain you about the job. Okay. Okay, this 2 modules, as I said, these 2 modules will take to complete about 2 months, right? 2 months. So after 2 months, what I will do is, I will ask your resumes. I'll prepare your resume. Okay, I will only prepare your resume. Okay, after preparing your resume, what we'll do is we'll knock the door. We'll knock the door of job portals like Naukri, Monster, Indeed. Okay, we'll knock the door, and I'll prepare your resume in such a way that I'll prepare according to the market standard. What is the market standard? I'll prepare according to the market standard, and I will guide you how to apply for the job. You people can start applying for the job. There are some consultants also who will actually call you that for the job openings, like a contract to hire, so permanent, whatever it could be, anything it could be. Oracle DBA opening, whenever you see the Oracle DBA opening, just simply apply for the job. After 2 months, I'll prepare the resume and give it to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And once you apply for the job, what happens? There will be an interview that will be scheduled. It's simple. You people will crack the job. Immediately, you people will crack the job because I'll explain you all the real-time sessions. Okay, I'll explain you all the real-time sessions, and I'll make you people in such a way that you people will be at the end of the course. You people will be like an 8 years experience guy. You people will become an 8 years experienced person. Sorry to call your name, Mirza. Please unmute. Okay, whenever you're sorry, please mute. Whenever you're unmuting, what happening is like resound. The echo is coming. Okay, so yeah. So what I was talking is like so I'll make you people like 8 years experienced people. Okay, I'll make you people as 8 years experience people, so that you know you people will crack the interview like anything. Immediately you'll crack the interview. Okay.
Okay.
So that, and you get the
Yes,
offer,
sir.
and you get the offer, and you can join the organization with a very good packages, high packages. And yeah, forgot to tell you, Oracle DBA are highly paid in the market. Remember that. Oracle DBAs are very highly paid in the market. They are very highly paid because we are dealing with data. We work less. Remember very carefully this point. We work less, earn more. We work less, earn more. You can make this statement. We work less, earn more. Oracle DBAs are highly paid. So this is how we get the job placements. Okay. So I'll help you people. You people don't have to worry about anything. I'll help you people. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that is how you get a job. That's for sure. So once you learn completely the course, you know, till module number 2, and when you are in the module number 3, we start giving interviews, attending the interviews. I'll give you the mock interviews. I'll take mock interviews. There are a lot of interview question and answers that I'll help you. There's a document that I have prepared. You know, I'll show you the document. In the next upcoming classes, I'll show you all these documents. Okay. A lot of documents,
Yes,
basically. If you want to see also, that's okay, no problem. You can see it. There are a lot of documents. See, these many documents are there. I'll give you access. I have all your email IDs, right? I'll give you access to these documents. I have that in the Google Drive. I'll give you access to the documents. I'll give you access to the class recordings. So after this class is completed, this class recording will be submitted to you people. I'll give you the link of this class recording. Okay. For that, I need all your email IDs. Whoever email IDs are missing, please message me. Not here, to my number. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So yeah, what I was talking, yeah, that's it. So this is how you get a job, and this is how we plan the course accordingly. Okay. So I believe everyone understood the session. I
Yes,
spoke
sir.
to
Yes,
you people
Yes.
in such a way that you know a layman will also understand the subject. So that is how I explain you with the real-time examples, is what I'm assuming. Okay. So that's it for the day. We will meet tomorrow sharp 2 p.m. again, and we will continue from here. Tomorrow's class will be what are the different versions of Oracle, what are the latest versions, what are the previous versions, and from what we will do in the next classes, what are the softwares that we will use. Okay, what are the softwares that we'll use for installation purpose, what are the installations, where are the softwares and everything. Once I get all your email IDs, I'll provide you tomorrow. I'll provide you the software access. I'll explain you what are the softwares, and then I'll provide you the software access to everyone at the end of the class. And tomorrow you can get the software access, and you can download all the softwares on your laptops. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That's it for the day, guys.
Okay, sir.
And,
Okay, sir.
So yeah, that's it for the day. Now the Q&A will start. Q&A will be for 5 minutes. Anyone have any question and answers? Feel free to ask me questions. I'll answer all your questions. You people are feel free to ask me all your questions. Other than that, that's it for the day, guys. Thank you so much.